Hello and welcome back to my walkthrough to Crash Bandicoot here in Crash Bandicoot, the Sane Trilogy for the PS4. In the last episode, we finally got the gold, or the yellow gem from the lab, followed by the purple gem from Lights Out, and that meant that in the end I managed to go over to Cortex and give him a nice beating. So as you can see, we have every single gem. We also, in the last episode, not only did we do Lights Out, we also did Fumbling in the Dark. We managed to go through and also do Cortex Power, which means everything on this third and final island is now done. All that means is now we have some levels left to do. We have Boulder Dash, Road to Nowhere, which is going to be a pain. I think they're the only two on this island, and then on the other island we've got pretty much everything. You know, we've got Jungle Rollers, we've got Upstream, we've got the Great Gate, we've got Native Fortress. Good lord, that's going to be annoying. We've got... I like Coco's Bay. I mean, that's why I wanted to be Coco. I wanted to see how Coco sort of reacted to the boulder chasing her as well. So yeah, so this section isn't too difficult. All we got to do is just get to the end, and then then we have the gem path, which should always be an absolute pain because if you then died in the gem path, those moments you died in the gem path when you actually had to complete the whole level without dying, that would be painful. You get through the entire level and then have to do it all over again just because you made one mistake on the gem path. Nice, there we go. Ooh boy, okay. That was a little closer than I had anticipated. So I believe there are 18 gems down the gem path. Gems? Boxes. If there's 18 gems down the gem path, we'd be done. No, it's definitely not done yet. So let's keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. There we go. There we go. Nice. 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 Boom. Purple gem. Purple gem route takes us down into here, and now we've got some more platforming to do. So yeah, it would be painful now to get eaten by that plant, but I figured why not? Because I needed the trophy for getting eaten by the plant. That's definitely not the reason why I just died there. I was going to do that in another level. Oh well, gotta do this again. Now, there is generally a trophy for actually getting eaten by a plant, so that is not a lie. But I did not mean to get eaten by that plant. Just there. I did not at all mean to get eaten by that plant. But alas, he got to me, and this boulder's probably going to catch up to me now. Because I think it gets faster. Yep, definitely seems to get faster. I hit one of the posts, and you... It's just, you try and run in as straight a line as possible, because anytime you're sort of deviating from that, you are losing time. This is probably a level that would be easier on an analog stick. But I will stick with the digital controls for the moment. We know we can definitely do it. It just seems to get much closer over like that little section there. I mean, it seems really close. I started doing small jumps because I was thinking, you know what, the boulder's really close. There's no way we can go faster, is there? I don't think jumping's faster. Yeah, no, gotta make a long jump there. I'm now just being silly. Like I can do all the toughest challenges in the game, but redoing this level, which I did first time last time, that is, well, that's what's going to break me. That's the jump we need to make big. Come on, Coco. It does definitely feel like it's a lot closer than it was last time. But there we go, lovely. Ooh, boy. Come on, Coco. Thankfully, what this level does offer is a nice chunk of lives, which is always nicely appreciated, especially since, you know, we have managed in our efforts to defeat Cortex and everything else, sort of slump below our usual standard of having the 99 lives. The faces of Cortex and Brio on the side there. So there we go, 18. So I think, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Road to Nowhere is the only other thing on this island that we have not yet got the only other level on this island, except for Whole Hog, actually. We do need to do Whole Hog. And then when we do Whole Hog, so we've got Whole Hog, Road to Nowhere, Jungle Rollers, Native Fortress, The Great Gate, Upstream, and Rolling Stones. And they're your 7 levels. 7 levels we need to do. So Whole Hog is just taking Hog Wild and upping the difficulty quite a bit. We need to make a lot more of these sort of crazy jumps from the went wrong, off the drums, which makes this level quite a bit more challenging than the other one. Thankfully, obviously, we will hopefully get some checkpoints, which means what could be a pretty horrible little level should be made at least half bearable. Ah, I've got to jump there. I reckon there's a checkpoint just there. How many boxes are there in this level? 24. Seems like we break like up to half of them already. There's one. There we go, checkpoint, lovely, that's what we want to see. Especially when you're going to do that. What was that death animation? The Hulk is not appreciated, trash. Ouch. That's what happens when you don't jump soon enough when you with those drums. Everything just seems really imprecise with the Hulk, I'm not gonna lie, everything does. $19, $20, $21. No, wrong way. Yep. It's always the ones where they're moving from. It's always the ones that you actually get sight of, like earlier, because then you're like, oh, I know that it's going to go. You know, you predict them too early, and then they, you know, they move out of the way. So what did we decide? We're staying. No. Okay. Wow. I didn't think that was the right way, but apparently it was. And there we go. Whole Hog done. Nice short level, pain in the neck level, I will say, but there we go. It's going to be one of these levels that I have absolutely no idea how like platinum is gotten. Like surely everyone gets the same sort of time if it's on rails like that. I guess you could take corners tighter, but it's going to be like milliseconds difference. So, new level. That's the last new level done. Every other level we have already tried, failed at, probably. And we'll start off here with the Road to Nowhere, which is not my favorite level. I mean, I enjoy it. I think, and in this game, I love the design of it. I think it looks really, really good. And actually, compared to the high road, this is a walk in the park. It's still, you know, a park with angry pigs that are also sort of invulnerable to you, but still much nicer than you know, it's still a park. I don't know where my metaphor is going here, but anyway. So there's double Torna. So I think there are 2 gem paths, if I remember correctly. There's one around here. Okay, so what do we do? Ah, right. Hit you. Oh wow. Okay, yep. I'm assuming this middle one isn't a... Yeah, that's an exclamation mark box as well. Cool. So they actually give you a free Aku because they know you actually have to lose an Aku because... Oh no! Awesome. Okay, so that takes us to 26 out of 42, which sounds pretty good to me. Should have probably hit the checkpoint after that, but oh well. There we go, lovely. There's the next checkpoint. We obviously still have a Torna bonus round. I can't remember this one in particular. I think it's not too bad if I remember correctly, but I guess we'll find out. That's okay. Really don't mind that. We definitely want to do the Torna though. Oh no, you're kidding me. Of course I fell down that tiny gap there. That's irritating. I might practice my rope walking skills just because we're going to need them for the... probably for the relics. This Torna round better be full of lives, is all I'm saying. Yes, go by that hole. Now let's not fall off trying to jump onto that little platform. Oh no, it's this one. There's literally nothing in it aside from a couple of lives at the end, I think. Yeah, a couple of lives at the end. Two lives, 2 Wumpa fruit. And we're at 90, back in the 90s, which is good. So we obviously need to take the next platform to then find these last 2 crates just here. There we go, lovely. So that's the Road to Nowhere done. Ah, that completion percentage is inching up. We've got 5 more. 5 more to do, starting off with probably the longest of the rest, I would imagine, in the Great Fort. I mean, I might do jungle rollers just because it'll be faster. Just zip through like jungle rollers and what would be cool is if we had like a speed button, just to like zip between the islands. That would be cool. Indeed, actually, I think there's just like a couple of like especially on like the levels where you need to get gold. Sorry, the levels where you need to get colored gems on them. Those levels, it would be actually quite cool if there was just like a button you could click just to restart if you died. I feel like that would like sort of just you know, just increase the sort of friendliness, I guess. It's not really the word. It's quite lucky that that actually hit that, I think. So there we go. They have little skulls on their back. Okay. Nice. Okay. I think it's pretty sure this is a level where we can get invulnerability. So the boxes are as simple as these 3 lives up here. I'm pretty sure we only lost 3 last time, so that's that. Well into the 90s in our live count now. So there we go, we have our next bonus, which is a simple, yeah, this is a very simple one. And that leaves us with 2 boxes left. And very close to the end of the level. There we go, those are the 2 boxes. Lovely. And the great thing is now that we have 2 Aku-Akus, it means that we can literally blitz through the Great Gate, just like we did in the first time around. Up to 96% complete. So we've got the Great Gate, Upstream. Upstream is also relatively okay, I think. Shouldn't be too bad. Obviously, the chance to fall in the water is always annoying. But I guess there's always a chance to like, there's almost always an instant death somewhere, you know, in each level. So, the Great Gate. This one it does have a Torna token, it also had I think it's gold that we needed for this one. As we have back to 99, that's what we want to see. Boom. I'm assuming just like in Crash, so in Crash Bandicoot 3, the original relic races, essentially you could not bring Uka-Ukas into you could not bring Aku-Akus into the relics. So you couldn't start off with 2 and then sort of, you know, zip through things. In the PlayStation 2 game Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex, you could, which made sort of a lot of the relics sort of dependent on you having 2 at the start. I'm assuming they've gone with the Crash 3 thing, where like you to try and bring 2 Aku-Akus into the relic run, if they would just die immediately, which would be sad for the Akus, obviously. Lovely. There's our Torna. What do we need for the Torna? Oh, it's this one. Oh, you're kidding me. How? How have I messed that up? Oh, man. Doodle-doodle-doo. So we get another 11 boxes, which takes us to 30 of 38. I'm pretty sure we're really near the end of the level as well. Yeah, we are. So once more, we take a platform over the finish line, and this leads to another bit, which is slightly higher up in the air. Well, this is going to be a pain, I can tell. How central is that one? Pretty much bang central. Lovely. Ah, man. I reckon I need that in order to actually... Unless it's just a skip, but I reckon I need it to get all the boxes. Ouch. So there you get to see what the guys with the shields do. So when did I come back is the question. If that's to let me up and over to there, where was I let back at? Ah, oh, you're kidding me. Why would they make this bit difficult? It's the bonus. Okay, so we need 8 more boxes. I definitely don't remember this bit nearly as well as I remembered like other bonus paths. That's irritating. Still, it may well just be a shortcut. But then again, you need to break the box in order to actually get all the boxes. So it's a shortcut, but a shortcut that you cannot take. So that's just mean. I keep fearing that I'm going to land on one of the spikes on the side of the wall. Get beaten. Nice. So I'm assuming that's where you pop back up from the secret path. Whew. Okay, so we got hopefully 3 more boxes around here. There's one. And a trail of wumpa fruit that lead onto it. And there's another. Went for too much. Okay, so let's nail this. There we go. And up and onto here. Box. We're missing one. Come on, I'm clearly getting up there. There we go. Is that a box? There we go. Very glad I retraced my steps and remembered that we could have... Well, I'm very, very glad I tried to get back up there. Up. Figured there must be something secret behind there. And there's the gem. There we go, beautiful. Ah. I love the designs and all the totems on those levels. On that level and Native Fortress, I think they've done a really, really good job of, you know, making those levels really stand out and, you know, appear really, you know, have, you know, those native carvings look really, really cool. Okay, so I think we're doing pretty well for all of our trophies. I think all we've got left to do is to obviously collect all the gems, and once we collect all the gems, then find the secret ending by taking the secret ending in the Great Hall, which is what we're going to try and do in this episode. We should have enough time, certainly, to actually do all of that. Boomerga! Another path with another Tawna token. I mean, the, whatchamacallit, Rolling Stones has both Tawna and Brio for us to do as well, so still a lot of paths to take, I guess. But it's nice having platforming that's nice and not too difficult. Do 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 do. The stream looks absolutely gorgeous. I like how I'm back in levels where I actually get Aku-Akus. That's nice. Everything from there. I certainly hope it's everything from there. Okay, so let's take the Tawna bonus round. This is probably very simple. Try not and lose our Aku this time. Lovely. Impressed how Cortex still manages to take Tawna away from those things, even though, obviously, we defeated Cortex. But anyway, could have made a more risky jump there, but... just feel like taking it slow, you know? There we go. The Upstream bonus path. There's the two things that we need. Don't think those two are quite in sync, so we could wait for a much better scenario. There we go. Get our gem. Upstream is now complete in terms of gems. So now we've just got Rolling Stones and Rolling Stones and Native Fortress, and then we'll have 100%. I've really enjoyed coming back to this. This has been really good fun. Time trials are going to be really interesting. I have a feeling I'm going to get some of these levels are going to be very frustrating to time trial, just because you're going to be like doing a lot of waiting. It's going to constantly feel like you could always be going faster. But it's like the game's been completely been completely turned on its head, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Everything feels as tight as it should do. I mean, there's obviously a few things here and there, but a lot of that is sort of like, you know, from the base game, and that you can't blame them for. You know, you can't, you know, blame them for that at all. There we go. Get that Brio token that's hidden up there. I don't know why I'm waiting for these. I mean, I can just go straight at them. So here's the bit where we need to be careful. We need to ensure that we actually get the Brio token here. So we need to go to that one there. Lovely. Try and get a life from that one. Don't care about the rest. I find it really amusing how much I used to hate this level. And now how, you know, simple I see so much of the platforming. So there we go. I think it's cheeky when they hide, you know, those base tokens in areas which can be blown up by, you know, TNTs, and, well, in this case TNTs, because there aren't no nitro crates in Crash 1. There we go, 21 out of 21, lovely. There is the blue gem path, just here off this shaky tower. You drop down here. Rather angry looking Cortex there. Ah, there's no way that you can. What a load of rubbish. There we go, back up to 99, back up where we should be. Ah, man, another one that's popped up. Up we go. There we go, lovely, Brio. Give me the Brio round and then we'll be done with Rolling Stones. I was about to say I was suffering the ignominy of being on without having 99 lives, but now that's certainly that's certainly gone back to normal. I think definitely, you know, having to do those paths, being encouraged to do the Brio and the Torna paths, are really what's driving up the amount of lives that I'm getting. So there we go, Rolling Stones. 1 level left. I can just see myself the fact that we're going to have so much more stuff to do, because obviously I've got to do all of the other things again. All of the relics. There's definitely more in this game than just, you know, just a few levels. Because, I mean, you know, there are, what, I think there's 26 levels? 25 if you exclude the Great Hall, maybe? There are obviously 25, well, 27 levels in Crash 2 and 30 levels in Crash 3. So, yeah, it's not a huge number of levels, but all of them are so great. And there's so much replayability now. Because Crash used to have, I mean, Crash Bandicoot used to have replayability just in the fact it was super difficult. So you had to do it loads and loads of times just to be able to complete it. Crash 2 had replayability because it's just so damn fun. And Crash 3 had its replayability because it had the crazy relics that were insanely fun to do. By do, I probably mean, you know, fail at miserably several times. Bouncy. Come on, dude. Let me on top of you. Nice. I think I was going to make that jump for a bit, but there we go. This guy. How? Okay, fine. We'll just skip you then. The hitboxes of those guys seems a little weird, I will say. Okay, so now we get the turnaround. So we have 18 out of 48. This will give us another 5 because it's the easiest one of the lot. Just don't forget the one up there. Lovely. Might be the final time I think that will be the final time we'll do a turnaround. We have no need for the turnarounds anymore. As we continue to climb, as my battery is low. Boo, boing. There we go. Lovely. Use the what's nice is that they've sort of added those you know, the long lines down the pillars, which really help you sort of see where you sort of gives you a nice reference point relative to where the spring boxes actually are. So I'll take the shortcut round because why wouldn't we? So, where is the gem root? There's the gem root. Up into the sky we go. So the gem route takes us onto a beautiful tour of the clouds. And is absolutely terrifying. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh well. didn't want those accus anyway, I guess, you know. You know, we'll be able to do all of this nice and difficult platforming anyway. You need to get back in sync. Thank you. Fortunately, I do not think there's another checkpoint before the end of the level. So I think we've just got to be able to do this straight away. Which isn't too bad, frankly. There we go. Lovely. There we go. Lovely. Imagine doing this with the old system of breaking boxes where you have to hit each one 10 times. This would take forever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And given that the rest of the level is absolutely chock-filled with lives, I think we're going to be okay. I love the fact that you can see the other two islands in the distance. That is a really beautiful touch, actually. I hadn't actually noticed that, but no, you definitely see Cortex's castle. You actually see that you see Cortex's castle in a lot of the levels, which is a really nice sort of thematic decision to sort of keep your goal, you know, in your sights at all times. Lovely. Just the final bits of platforming to do then, and then we will have our final clear gem. We will have gotten all 26 gems. And then all that will be left to do is go into the turnaround. Yeah, there's a box just up here. There we go. On the one hand, the trophy, like, you know, your trophy selection in this game is sort of relatively, I guess, workmanlike, you know, sort of full of your usual stuff, you know, just complete the game, get all of this, you know, as we get the ultimate gem paths, you know, collecting all the gems and stuff like that. But on the other hand, I kind of wish that they'd maybe gone for something different. I mean, like, you look at other platformers like Shovel Knight and stuff like that, and the trophies they have are, like, require you to really, you know, plan your way through the levels and stuff like that. And yeah, I just feel like a few of these trophies could, well, you know, you know, you could have done something different with them, is all I'm thinking. Win the game without spinning. Would that even be possible? I'm not sure, but probably not, because you couldn't defeat Koala Kong. Still going to call him Koala Kong. I have no idea why. So, now we have all the gems. It is time to take the secret gem path. So, the gems that we collect form this beautiful little path, which we can use to get the secret ending of the game. Do 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 do. Do do bum bum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And there we go. Ah, loading screen, really? Does it need to load? That's another thing. I think the loading times are slightly long, just in general from what I've seen so far. I like the fact they changed that. I like the fact that they changed that cutscene completely. Oh, that's great. That's a really, really nice touch. I really like that. And here we go. So Papu solves the ruins of Castle Cortex to a resort developer. He then used the proceeds to open a big and tall shop on the island. After intense therapy and 8 years of higher education, Dr. Roo went on to write the well-received book, Through the Eye of the Vortex, a study on rapid evolution and its consequences. Koala Kong moved to Hollywood and landed a motion picture deal of universal proportions. Currently, he's working with a speech therapist to improve his diction. Pinstripe moved to Chicago, where he now owns and operates a citywide sanitation company. He's saving money for his upcoming gubernatorial, I'm assuming that is, gubernatorial campaign. After the disappearance of his mentor, Dr. Nitrous Brio rediscovered his first love, tending bar. The world has heard nothing more of Cortex since Crash foiled his plans, but evil geniuses are harder to squash than cockroaches. I do really like the Cortex model in this game. But there we go, there we have it, that is it. That is all of the gems in Crash 1 complete. We've got the 100% now. I think you can get to 102%, and that is done by getting all the relics. And in the next few, it depends on how I do it. I'm not entirely sure where we'll sort of fit in the relic sort of getting. I don't even know whether I'm going to split these up into Crash 1, 2, and 3. I probably will. But yeah, no, we have lots of relics to try and collect, so I hope you will join me on the next few episodes of this, where we will be looking at getting some relics, and hopefully I will be aiming platinum. That may well take some time, and it may well be a long time until I actually upload, you know, a successful platinum time, but until then, I hope you have enjoyed this series, and I hope you will join me on the next, be it even if it's this one, where we continue with the relics, or whether we move on to Crash 2 and 3, where we have crystals and gems to continue collecting. So I hope to see you on the next episode.